CAT preparation strategy. How is COVID-19 implemented?
मैं जाते शेयर कर दूँ क्या?
कर दिया
लाइव है अभी?
लाइव कर दिया ना?
Hello everyone. If you can hear me, please enter in the chat. अगर मेरी आवाज़ जा रही है तो प्लीज़ चैट में लिखिए. Okay, I can see some responses. Hi Nitin, hi Karthik, hi Navjot, hi Sara, hi Radheshyam, hi Soumya Ranjan, hi Sahil, hi Yotika, hi Dragon. Okay, so first of all I'm sorry for the delay. थोड़ा लेट हो गया. And let's just wait for 1 minute and then we'll start. Wait for some more people to join. Hi Ayush, hi Jafar, hi Megha, hi Suhail, hi Kirti. Hello Aditi. Hi Anisha. Hi Samadhita. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Souradeep Banerjee, and as the title of this video suggests, I scored 99.95 percentile in CAT 2023. So what you all want to hear is my secret strategy. So, but what's the secret if I share it in public domain, right? But jokes apart, there is really no secret strategy that I followed. CAT was something I wanted to do, and Jafar, I did not yet, like my interviews are still going on, so I have not joined. So once my interviews are done, then I can come back to you. So very quickly I will give my introduction. I am Souradeep Banerjee. I am a final year student and I am a general engineer male, and I had my profile was 96% in 10th, 96% in 12th, and in current graduation I also have currently maintained more than 9 CGPA. So while I was preparing for CAT, it was very clear in my mind that despite my good academics, in order to get the calls from the top IIMs, I have to prepare more. I have to get the at least 99.5 plus, and that is basically what I did. And I ultimately could score 99.95 percentile on the D-Day. And my preparation was more not something which was, giving more and more hours. It was not a workhorse kind of preparation. It was a preparation which was for a small amount of time every day, but consistent and regular. So if I have to do it once again, if for example 1 year, if I can go back 1 year and if I do it again, then what I would have done is I would have gotten exposure, like I would have taken a course which gave me a better exposure to questions, that is the IIM ABC practice batch questions, much earlier. And apart from that, I would have been more consistent, in the sense, the one thing which every aspirant in my opinion should keep in mind is that consistency matters. There will come days when you are not willing to work, like there will be some reason or the other, like आपके काम में you don't have time enough to prepare, or after coming from college you cannot you are too tired to study. It's perfectly normal, but the thing is to pick yourselves up and then again the next day work and the next day study. And while studying also what happens is it's very important to keep your confidence. It's very easy. मेरे साथ भी कई बार हुआ था ऐसा कि आई एम सॉल्विंग सम क्वेश्चंस बट वो मुझसे नहीं सॉल्व हो रहा है. सो इट्स वेरी बाउंड कि वो कॉन्फिडेंस को हिट करेगा. बट दैट्स द थिंग, दैट्स द चैलेंज. कैट इज़ नॉट अ वन डे एग्ज़ाम और सेमेस्टर एग्ज़ाम्स की तरह नहीं है कि आप एक दिन में कर दोगे. सो द की इज़ डेडिकेशन एंड द की इज़ परसिवरेंस. कि आपको it is a struggle, it's a long struggle which will include sacrifices. ऐसा नहीं कर सकते आप कि आपको सब चीज़ें चाहिए. यू आर enjoying all the festivals, you are enjoying all the events, occasions, and आप दोस्तों के साथ घूमने निकल रहे हो, आप पार्टी करने निकल रहे हो. like a few of you would know that I am from NIT Goa. So गोवा में तो होता ही रहता है ये सब. But that's the thing, you have to have a self control over yourself. You need to be true to yourself if you really want that percentile. So percentile सबके लिए अलग अलग होगा. Because I was a gem, I knew that I need 99.5 plus minimum, but for your particular profile you might need something less or something more, whatever be the case. So that's the thing, if you have to first set your goal clear कि हाँ मुझे इतना चाहिए ही चाहिए. And once that goal is clear, you have to work towards it. So in general if I say, CAT के लिए कोई ऐसी strategy नहीं है कि step 1, then step 2, then step 3, then step 4. ऐसा नहीं है. It's like any general examination. But the thing is that the preparation needs to be focused. ऐसा नहीं कि आप हवे माइंड में कि आज मन वहाँ पे, आज मन इधर है, आज मन उधर है और आप प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो. That will not help you. What I believe is कि any challenge, like CAT exam is also a challenge. Any challenge you take, you have to give it a respect कि it is a challenge first of all. So after you do that, then आपको उसको ठीक से address करना है. So address करने के में, so as I am mentioning from continuously कि focus करना है पहले तो, and then continuously आपको solve करते रहना है. दिन में you have to do things like set a time कि इतने duration के बीच में मैं questions करूँगा and without fail मैं करूँगा कि starting from let's say morning 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, सुबह के 2 घंटे मैंने question solve किए, और रात को after coming from office 10 to 12 I'm solving the questions. So you have to pick, or the other way around can be कि you pick up some number of hours कि okay, it might be possible you don't have a fixed bracket, but whenever you get the chance कि मेरे कॉलेज में क्या होता था कि many times हमारे classes नहीं होते थे. ठीक है, some 4 classes होने के होते थे, उसमें से one of the classes मान लो नहीं हुए कभी. So I would take the study material with me to college, and then I would, जब भी मेरे को फ्री टाइम मिलता था मैं सम सॉल्व करने लगता था, मैं क्वेश्चन बैठाने लगता था. मैं एंड में तो ऐसा भी हुआ कि मैं क्लासेस के बीच में मैंने वीडियोस देखे हैं क्वांट के, LRDI के, टू बिकॉज क्लासेस आफ्टर अ पॉइंट यू हैव टू प्रायोरिटाइज द थिंग्स. सो डेडिकेशन इज़ अ मस्ट कि इफ़ यू वांट the percentile, you will work whenever and wherever you get the chance and the opportunity. So these are the few of the things. And apart from that, if I have to say, I would say CAT is a question of mentality कि it's यार देखो, तुम क्वेश्चन पढ़ के सॉल्व कर करके तुमको एक वो you can solve a question very well, but it's a mentality which matters, because अच्छे के they would have prepared for so long, but एग्ज़ाम डे को जाके वो एग्ज़ाम प्रेशर में वो नहीं सॉल्व कर पाते. मे बी बिकॉज द टाइम कैचेस टू देम, और मे बी बिकॉज वो टाइमर की वजह से दे गेट थ्रेटन्ड और दे फील इनसिक्योर एंड दे फंबल. ठीक है, सो द मेन थिंग इज द मेंटालिटी कि यू नीड टू मेंटेन धोनी टाइप मेंटालिटी कि काम एंड कंपोस्ट कि क्वेश्चन है, लाइक आई विल नॉट लूज माई माइंड, आई विल सॉल्व इट इन अ कूल वे कि लाइक अगर मेरे से कोई क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा है, ठीक है, वो शायद ऐसा ही क्वेश्चन है जो सॉल्व नहीं होगा, उसको छोड़ दो, उसको मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन. Try to score the maximum number of questions. That's what matters. Because CAT is ultimately it's a relative grading. कि लाइक ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको 198 में से 198 चाहिए. इवन 198 में से 110 ला के भी आप आराम से 99.9 ला सकते हो. सो 99.99 ला सकते हो इनफैक्ट. सो इट्स अ रिलेटिव ग्रेडिंग एंड इट्स लाइक टेस्ट मैच में कैसे आप आउटसाइड ऑफ की बॉल को छोड़ना होता है. ऐसा नहीं कि आप आउटसाइड ऑफ की बॉल को भी एज मार के आपको बाउंड्री पे पहुंचाना है. हो सकता है एक आध बार आप डिफ़िकल्ट क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर दो, बट वही कि लाइक द एक्यूरेसी मैटर्स द मोस्ट. सो यू और अनलेस योर आपने क्वेश्चन कर दिया आपको नंबर भरने कि यू मे बी अ काइंड ऑफ पर्सन इसको 66 में से 60 क्वेश्चन करने हैं या 65 क्वेश्चन करने हैं. बट नाउ व्हेन यू एनालाइज योर मॉक्स, व्हेन यू एनालाइज योर पेपर, यू सी कि उसमें से तो खाली 30 राइट हुए हैं और बाकी 35 में से आपको -20 हो गए. सो दैट्स अ वेरी बिग लॉस. तो आपको सिर्फ 70 मार्क्स आ रहे हैं. सो सेट योर टारगेट एंड बी डेडिकेटेड एंड फोकस्ड टुवर्ड्स द टारगेट एंड ऑल्सो रिस्पेक्ट द क्वेश्चंस. रिस्पेक्ट द क्वेश्चन इन द सेंस अगर टफ होता है तो छोड़ दो क्वेश्चन. एक एग्ज़ाम आंसर करना इज़ नॉट व्हाट यू से. एग्ज़ाम आंसर करना ऐसा कोई वो नहीं है कि आपके कैरेक्टर पे या फिर आपके कैपेबिलिटी पे सवाल जा रहा है. इट्स बेसिकली अ टेस्ट ऑफ योर टेम्परामेंट कि आपका टेम्परामेंट कैसा है. इफ़ यू कैन सर्वाइव दैट 2 hours ऑफ अ चैलेंज देन दैट इज़ द टेस्ट. बाकी क्वेश्चन तो कोई भी सॉल्व कर लेगा, अदरवाइज वो टाइम लिमिट नहीं होता. सो that was my basic strategy of approaching the CAT exam. And now I will see some questions. I think अगर मैंने कुछ मिस कर दिया हो, so questions देख के I think I will answer them better. So सीधा ऊपर से देख रहा हूँ. कुंदन, if you guys have any questions please drop them. So profile 6, 7, 8 एक्स्ट्रा कुछ भी नहीं है. एक ये ऑलरेडी गैप. कैट की तैयारी करनी चाहिए या नहीं. सो हाई कुंदन, आई थिंक यू शुड डेफिनेटली गो फॉर कैट. इफ कैन आई नो अ बिट मोर अबाउट योर प्रोफाइल कि लाइक आप कौन सा बैकग्राउंड है आपका, आपने क्या किया है, गैप ईयर का रीज़न क्या है. सो आई थिंक देन आई विल बी एबल टू आंसर इट अ बिट मोर. दैट वट एवर बी द केस, आपके जो अकेड्स हैं वो दोज आर नॉट टू बैड. You can definitely sit for CAT and give your best shot. As I said कि लाइक हर एक का टारगेट 99.9 होना ज़रूरी नहीं है, 99.5 होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. काफ़ी प्रोफाइल्स को 96 पे कॉल्स आते हैं, काफ़ी प्रोफाइल्स को 90 पे कॉल्स आते हैं. सो डोंट गेट डीमोटिवेटेड कि नहीं मुझे 99 ही चाहिए, मेरे को 100% ही चाहिए. नो, आपको सी व्हाट्स योर टारगेट, what will get you across the line. उतनी मेहनत करो जितना ज़रूरी है. ज़्यादा मेहनत करके फिर उसका कोई मतलब नहीं बनता, बिकॉज आप ऐसे भी जाओगे ऐसे भी जाओगे. ठीक है. सो कुंदन, डेफिनेटली आप कैट की तैयारी कीजिए एंड फोकस, अपना गोल सेट कर लीजिए कि मेरे को इतना चाहिए और उस हिसाब से वो कीजिए. आप आई क्वांटा के इधर जाइए वेबसाइट पे, उधर होता है कॉल प्रेडिक्टर एंड और भी कई सारी वेबसाइट्स हैं, तो उधर जाके अपने प्रोफाइल को डाल के देखिए कि आपके लिए मिनिमम परसेंटाइल क्या है. ठीक है. सो ऑल द बेस्ट. एंड ओके, या नंदाशा चौधरी, this was my first attempt, as I was in the I am currently in the final year. So and final year में फर्स्ट अटैम्प्ट देने का मौका मिलता है, द फर्स्ट लीगल अटैम्प्ट देने का मौका मिलता है. सो या जफ़र हुसैन, व्हाट इज़ योर एम. सो आई थिंक इसका आंसर भी मैं जब हो जाएगा देन आई विल रिवील. ओके, मनीष कुमार, स्ट्रैटेजी फॉर VARC. सो VARC के लिए द स्ट्रैटेजी इज़ based on how you are performing in your mocks. So for me personally, RC was more or less similar. across the mocks, but the VA part was I was struggling in a bit. So उसमें क्या होता था कि out of the 8 questions किसी किसी दिन मेरे 5-6 बनते थे, किसी किसी से 2 या 3 बनते थे. So VRC for VA के लिए read more and more articles. So वो आर्टिकल पढ़ने से क्या होता है कि जो पैरा जम्बल्स होते हैं, फिर जो ऑड वन आउट होते हैं, उनमें आपको इजीली वो क्रक्स मिलता है. यू गेट द आइडिया कि कहाँ से what can be the proper sequence of sentences, what can be the proper sequence of flows. So that is the biggest activity or exercise that you can do. Apart from that, VA के लिए you can solve more and more questions. You can highlight कहाँ पे आपकी गलतियाँ बार बार हो रही है. So whenever you are facing a similar kind of questions, then you will choose, or then you will recall कि हाँ मैंने लास्ट टाइम ऐसी गलती की थी यहाँ पे, सो मे बी अभी इस बार वो गलती मुझे नहीं करनी है. ठीक है. एंड एज फार एज सेक्शन को अटेम्प्ट करने की बात होती है, तो VRC में ऐसी मेरी रीडिंग स्पीड वॉज प्रिटी फास्ट. सो आई यूज टू रीड ऑल द 4 RCs क्विकली एंड सॉल्व करके देन मैं VA को भी सॉल्व कर लेता था. बट आपकी रीडिंग स्पीड कैसी है उस हिसाब से आपको ट्रेड ऑफ करना पड़ेगा. सो इट माइट हैपन कि आपने 2 RC पढ़े और बाकी VA अटैम्प्ट किए. ऐसा होता है आपने 3 RC पढ़े, आपने बाकी VA अटैम्प्ट किए. फिर सिमिलरली RC की स्पीड को भी बढ़ाने के लिए आपको वो रीडिंग exercise would help you a lot, whether be it any article or whether be it any newspaper or whether be it any blog. Just read. रीडिंग की हैबिट डालो तो ही आपका VRC बेटर होगा. इट्स अ वेरी सिंगल yet holistic approach towards improving your VRC. I hope I answered your question. What was my daily schedule? So daily schedule में I had to balance my college life and also my preparation. So as I mentioned पहले कि विंडो लेनी होती है कि आपको इतना इतना घंटा आपको ये क्वेश्चंस करने हैं, आपको इतना इतना घंटा डेडिकेट करना होता है कि यू हैव टू फोकस. जिस मौके पे आपको क्या बोलते हैं कि इस टाइम फ्रेम के बीच में मैं खाली यही पढ़ूँगा. कभी कभी होता था जब सुबह को मुझे कॉलेज जाना होता था, तब मैं सुबह कॉलेज जाके मैं दोपहर को थोड़ा सा रेस्ट लेके मैं दोपहर से क्वेश्चंस करने बैठ जाता था. एंड देन रात को भी आके आई यूज्ड टू गिव सेक्शनल टेस्ट्स. आई यूज्ड टू जो क्वेश्चन मेरे नहीं आ रहे हो या फिर कोई ऐसा टॉपिक जो मेरे को नहीं प्रिपेयर हुआ हो उसको मैं वापस से पढ़ता था. एंड एज फार एज कभी कभी जब मेरा आफ्टरनून को क्लासेस होते थे विच वॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम, मैं सुबह को थोड़े क्वेश्चन बैठा था 2 घंटे. एंड देन मेरे और भी थोड़े काम होते थे प्रोजेक्ट वर्क के एंड ऑल. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वापस रात को आफ्टर डिनर आफ्टर 9:30 to 11 वॉज फिक्स्ड कि मुझे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है. सो बेस्ड ऑन विच एवर डोमेन मेरा मूड हुआ, LRDI हुआ तो LRDI, क्वांट हुआ तो क्वांट, VRC हुआ तो VRC. जो भी आपको ऑन अ पर्टिकुलर डे यू फील कि हाँ काफ़ी दिन से ये किया नहीं है या फिर इस वाले कॉन्सेप्ट में ये प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, या फिर आप जैसे मॉक्स देते हो तो मॉक्स देने के बाद आपको पता चलता है कि हाँ आज ये वाले सेक्शन में अच्छा नहीं हुआ. सो उस पर्टिकुलर चीज़ को आप जाके वापस रिवाइज करो. सो दैट इज़ समथिंग विच यू कैन इनकॉर्पोरेट इन योर शेड्यूल. And also one key process which I involved in my preparation was कि before the 1 month of CAT अपना 26 November if I'm not wrong, 26 November से 1 महीना पहले से I was like कि every day I will give a CAT, every day I will give a mock. ठीक है. So पहले 2 हफ्ते पहले 1 week तो इट वॉज मेरे को उतना टाइम नहीं मिला था. आई हैड सम अदर कॉलेज कमिटमेंट्स. बट देन आफ्टर दैट कंटिन्यूसली फॉर 3 weeks आई मोर और लेस गेव अ कैट एवरी सिंगल डे. एंड जो कि मेरा इवनिंग स्लॉट में था 4:30 to 6:30, मैं शाम को बैठ के लिखना था ताकि माई बॉडी इज़ ट्रेन्ड एंड माई बॉडी इज़ एबल टू राइट द टेस्ट प्रॉपरली. एंड उसी माइंड पे आपका दिमाग भी ऐसे काम करने लगा है कि वो उस मौके पे लिख सके, सो उस मौके पे परफॉर्म कर सके. सो दैट इज़ समथिंग आई वुड सजेस्ट एवरीवन इन दिस इज़ वॉचिंग कि आप ये करें कि कैट के एक महीने पहले या एटलीस्ट 2 वीक पहले आप बैठ जाए कि की मॉक लिखने के लिए, एंड फिर उसको अच्छे से एनालाइज करें कि कहाँ कहाँ पे मेरी गलती हुई, क्या मैंने कोई गलती वापस रिपीट की, या कोई ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट जो मैंने पहले पढ़ा था या मैं भूल गया. सो ऑल दोज थिंग्स you should incorporate. And Shreya Basekar, thank you. Thank you, Zubair. Testa, I am not sure आप क्या कहना चाहते हो. Vaibhav, how many years are sufficient for CAT preparation? See, it really depends on what's your target. And Vaibhav Gupta, it depends on what's your target and how much you want to, willing to give, and what's your schedule. Like, I would say, still being a final year student, it was much easier to take out time and compromise on a few things, because I was not answerable to any company commitments or anything. So I feel in a way वो मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा easy होता. But you really, like, for me, I started my preparation in the month of June, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, in the month of June, and then June, July, August, September, October, and November. Like almost 6 months में I could cover up everything, and मेरा preparation ऐसा था कि I could. But it really depends on how much time you are willing to dedicate, and how much time, how much effort you can give into it. सो कंसिस्टेंसी आपको मेंटेन करनी पड़ेगी, एंड आपको एक्यूरेसी आपको इम्प्रूव करनी पड़ेगी, इज़ व्हाट आई वुड से. हाय स्तुति, आई होप यू आर डूइंग वेल. यस सिद्दीकी, आई एम इंजीनियर. ओके कन्हा, यू वांट एनर्जेटिक. ओके, आई विल ट्राई टू बी एनर्जेटिक. भैया, अगर पास एकेडमी में अच्छा नहीं है एंड 99 परसेंटाइल तो टॉप IIM में एडमिशन के चांसेस हैं. हाँ, सो प्रिंस कुमार, येस, सम IIMs लाइक कैलकटा दे अलाउ फॉर अगर आपका एकेड्स उतने अच्छे नहीं हैं, बट स्टिल आप कैट में परसेंटाइल लाओ और आप इंटरव्यू में फोड़ दो, तो देन यू हैव द चांस. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, इवन अपार्ट फ्रॉम IIMs ऑल्सो यू कैन what you call it, even apart from IIMs also, there are some very good colleges which have minimal weightage to past academics. So don't be shy, or don't be unconfident कि like मेरा past उतना अच्छा नहीं है, academics उतना अच्छे नहीं है. So just give it and get 99 percentile, and then you will see automatically आपको at least वो जो cap होते हैं, द न्यू IIMs, BB IIMs, उनमें से तो आपको आ ही जाएगा. ठीक है, सो गिव योर बेस्ट शॉट, इज़ व्हाट आई वुड से. ओके, ओके भैया, आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग विद क्वांट. साक्षी सिंह, आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग विद क्वांट अ लॉट, कैन you please suggest some tips that will help me? So if you are struggling with quant, the one suggestion which I will give is ki get your basics right, get your just excuse me 1 second, sorry. Yeah, so get your basics right, as in whichever question you solve, go to the roots of it. Like for example, कोई exponential का question है, so first understand what are exponents. कोई logarithmic का question है तो understand what are logarithms. कोई speed time distance का question है तो understand how you can visualize the the problem. So once you are able to visualize the problem, once you are able to make a diagram out of it, then you can easily or make some sense out of it. And once you can do that, you will be able to speed up and do speed maths. उससे क्या होता है कि आपकी जो mental ability है, आपका brain और sharp होता है, आपका brain और fast होता है. So quant is basically attacking the question with the correct approach, because एक question करने के there are many methods, 7 methods, but exam point of view में आपको minimum time में कौन सा method कैसे use करना है, based on your previous learnings, based on your previous solvings, कि आपने सिमिलर क्वेश्चन कभी सॉल्व किया हो, या फिर कोई किसी और ने कोई ऑनलाइन फोरम में डाउट्स पूछे हो तो आपको कैसे उसने वो यू हैड सीन इट एंड यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द कॉन्सेप्ट. So all those things, quant is a really objective section. It is either 1 or 0. So work more on your basics, work more on the speed maths. Mental ability को जो चलाना होता है, जो bent of mind ताकि आपको easily strike करे, उसको improve करो, and I feel that should really help you. Yeah. Nandasha Chaudhary. One second, it just Nandasha Chaudhary, how many attempts? This is my first attempt. Mocks around 25 mocks and 10 this what you call past year papers. And failures तो चलता रहता है, but nothing particularly with CAT. I would say college में in some areas I did have failure and all, but in the sense of what you call it, like major project में थोड़ा and then semester में थोड़ा, but वो तो चलता रहता है. That was secondary reason, and that's it. Just keep focused. I know despite your failures, despite the challenges which you face, you should always keep your target in mind. Once you have your target in mind, then that is your biggest motivator. So, and with that motivation, if you yourself are motivated, the world cannot stop you. That is my thinking. Ki I should have my motivation clear, and if I can get that, if I am able to keep that motivation clear, then you can conquer any challenge you seek to face. So yeah. Thank you, Avadut. How many hours do I study? It's not really, I don't sit and study for a long, continuous, I would say. I can say I dedicate around 3 to 4 hours a day. But those 3 to 4 hours are usually, sometimes dedicated, but sometimes, I sneak out the timings to sneak out the time to solve questions, sneak out the time. So it's really not that much effort, but yeah, the minimum amount of time whichever you take. You don't have to study 10 hours, 12 hours. You can do it with 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. But those 5 hours, you have to be focused, is what I'm saying. Don't get distracted. Like I had removed and uninstalled Instagram from my phone. I removed all the social media websites, social media apps. So once that was done, it was a bit painful. It was a bit difficult in the starting few weeks. But once I got into the flow कि नहीं मुझे CAT करना ही है, मुझे CAT में percentile लाना ही है, only then I think the final result speaks for the means. So yeah, you have to make sacrifices. How to manage CAT with college and internship? I think that is a very good question, and I think you have to see your priorities straight. You have to cut down on something which is less in priority, relatively less in priority to you, and you have to focus more on something which is your ultimate goal. Because you have to ask yourself the question that whether the internship work is my ultimate goal, or whether for a 1 day or 2 day I can keep, or let's say not for a day but for a few hours I can keep it aside and do the CAT job. And it might happen that some days you are not able to compromise, एज इन कि आपको इंटर्नशिप का काम करना ही है, या आपको कॉलेज का कोई डेडलाइन है कि एग्ज़ाम आ रही हो, या फिर कोई प्रोजेक्ट सबमिशन हो या असाइनमेंट सबमिशन हो, आपको वो करना ही है. सो मेकअप फॉर इट लेटर, और मेकअप फॉर इट लाइक एंटिसिपेटेड एंड मेकअप फॉर इट बिफोर. कि लाइक जैसे हमारे टाइम लाइक फॉर मी व्हाट इट यूज्ड टू हैपन इज़ कि लाइक कोई दोस्त का बर्थडे आ रहा हो तो वी हैव टू गो फॉर अ पार्टी और एवरीथिंग. तो मान लो संडे को आ रहा है तो आई वुड स्टडी द एंटायर 1 वीक एकदम अच्छे से. आई वुड कवर अप द आवर्स एंड देन संडे को पार्टी किया, संडे को एन्जॉय किया. सो इट्स दैट वे यू हैव टू मैनेज, यू हैव टू प्रायोरिटाइज एंड यू हैव टू मेक द नेसेसरी sacrifices and the necessary means and ways how you will manage your time, balancing everything. So you did internships? No, I was not doing internship then, but currently I am doing internship and also during my internship period My batch year is 2024. I will graduate next year. 997 profile is good or not? It's a very good profile, Shakshi Bhatt. 997 is a very good profile. 99 is in itself is very good, and 7 is also, some colleges do take graduation marks, some colleges do not, but 7 is pretty fine. If you get you are a female, so 99.2, 99.3 plus. If you are not engineer, then though it's very likely that you will get good calls. And how many hours you daily? Okay, I am from commerce background. I am given CAT with one preparation. How can I improve? Prepare for more. Okay, the surname is Prem Kumar. I don't want to pronounce the name wrongly. So I am from commerce background and I have given CAT 23 with 1 month preparation. I scored 50%. How can I improve? So I think the answer is there in the question itself. You have to prepare for more than 1 month. Prepare for a longer period of time. See the concepts which you struggled with, and see the ways in which you can improve it. Focus on the nuances. Focus on the pastries instead of the entire cake. As in, focus on the individual concepts which you are struggling with and strengthen them. And once you strengthen each of the individual pieces of the jigsaw, your entire puzzle will be solved. So that's how I will say it. Everyone is asking how many hours I sleep, but how many hours I study, but nobody is asking how many hours I slept in this time. Okay, so how can someone go from 0 to 100? Okay, so from absolute basic to the top. Now DILR is something you have to continuously study. You have to be, DILR needs a bent of mind कि आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने हैं, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा देखना है कि अच्छा ऐसा टाइप का क्वेश्चन है तो इसको कैसे सॉल्व किया, वैसा टाइप का क्वेश्चन है तो उसको कैसे सॉल्व किया. तो वंस यू सॉल्व अ नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, अ बिग पूल ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, देन यू कैन whenever you see a new question, you will be like हाँ वहाँ पे ऐसा किया था, शायद ये ऐसा हो, सिमिलर क्वेश्चन हो, वहाँ पे ऐसा किया शायद ये सिमिलर हो. So for DILR simply you have to do more and more questions. There is no other alternative to that, because DILR is the one section जो आप सीधा आपके दिमाग से आता है. So you have to have a bent of mind. You have to prepare more and more. And एक iQuanta की एक वो है the LIDR marathon YouTube पे सीरीज़ है, so उसको आप फॉलो कीजिए. So I think that should be enough for you to get a starting point, and then you can refer to other sources as well. Okay, can you tell me how to prepare for VRC, particularly acing the verbal section? I think I already covered it above, but verbal के लिए मैं वही बोलूँगा कि like vocabulary improve कीजिए and listen, like read and also listen to English sentences, English words. Usually happens कि like you are bored enough, like ये सब भी होता है कि like पढ़ना नहीं है उतना, so listen to English videos, English commentary, English critique कि यहाँ पे English में बताया जा रहा है. So I think that should be enough. खुशी Rishi Sharma, my profile is 7.887. I have a law degree, work targeting. Yeah, I think Rishi Sharma, you have a very good profile. Work experience भी है आपका और law भी है. Law background से आते हो तो आपका overall percentile भी थोड़ा कम होगा, मतलब calls आने के लिए. So 99.5 percentile आते हो तो probably आप law के lists में सबसे ऊपर होगे. So please, all the best. No Karamji, I am not from IIT, I am from NIT Goa. That's the one thing I am to concern about. I want to get into FMS particularly. So yeah, Khushi, focus more on the vocabulary. Read and listen to stuff is what I would say. Read and listen to good English, not any English, good English. ठीक है? So that's how you will do it. If you have that conviction in you, you will definitely do it. So I will continue till 3:50 because we started 10 minutes late. Okay. Bye. People said that CAT 20 is the hardest exam of CAT till now. I will come. Jafar, I already answered a number of questions, so I will share that later. Sahil Kaurav, yes, you should definitely give it another try. You have a very good UG and 10th, 12th profile, 8, 8, 9. That's a very good profile. You should definitely aim for a higher percentile. You should definitely prepare more. You should definitely give more focus if you really wanted to CAT, of course. So you should really you have already a good history. You just have to improve your present, so your future will be brilliant. Sumit Nikam, batch of 2024. I didn't understand. Batch of 2024 means, okay, let's assume that you are in my batch only, as in graduating in 2024. So then I guess next year you get some work experience. It will help you and prepare for CAT. You have a high target. Any engineer, especially if you are general and male, will have to aim above 99.5 to get at least the good ones. At least the new ones, you need to target 99.5. How to understand VARC paragraphs? Okay, start small. Start with the simpler ones. Understand them well, and then increase the complexity. Don't start on the first day with Shakespeare. Read a little small paragraphs, small essays, the easy ones, the easy articles, and then take the big ones. Then understand the big ones. It's not a leap. It's a small steps you have to take. Semi-English medium, yes. It's no problem, Avadhoot. You can always practice. I want to see some new questions. My section-wise score was VRC 99.03, my LRDI was 99.68, and my Quant was 99.91. Any suggestions for books? So Jijai, there is the Arun Sharma books, the very famous Arun Sharma books they are on VRC, they are on DILR, Quant, and the 3 sections. But one thing I found after using books was the content there is pretty backdated, as in the quality of questions, the difficulty of questions is not up to the mark. So what you must have seen in the last 2 years, the quality of questions across the 3 sections is getting tougher and tougher. So what happens in an institution like work like iQuanta, the institute puts more focus on creating new questions every year, and questions that are of those caliber and those quality, which is up to date with the exam standard. And I'm not at all lying when I say that a number of questions in all the 3 sections were already as it is the faculty provided before the exam. So that is their metal, that is their, I would say, good feature, that they are able to predict and they are able to give you the right material, the right question. So I think the iQuanta books are enough, the iQuanta material is enough. Just you have to be more dedicated and you have to be more focused. You have to be true to yourself. Only then it is possible. Pranjal, how many questions required? That is endless, I would say. No single answer. Strategy for content, then I already answered. Apart from that, I'm not seeing exact percentile and exact numbers. I am not so certain, because as a general engineer male, I never really got into those sectional cutoffs and everything. For me, the goal was always 99.5 plus. That is always what I wanted, and I think I have overdone myself in a way. But whatever be the case, I'm sorry, but I will not be able to help you with that, Abhay. I'm sorry. Ankit Sahu, when should we start taking mocks? As some people say, take 1 mock per week. Yeah, that's a good approach, taking 1 mock per week. Increase the pace gradually. First study more. It's like study more, take less mocks. then you get more and more understanding, more and more knowledge about the stuff, and then finally, when you have studied a lot of things, then increase the frequency of mocks. So first give mocks every 2 weeks, then gradually you when you're studying, then give mocks every 1 week, then give mocks every 3 days, then by the time your cat comes 2 weeks before, give one mock every day. And it's not like you have to give endless mocks. And I've also seen in some institutions what happens is they create the mocks very tough, they give the mocks very hard, or they give the mocks very easy, so it really crushes the morale of the students. So try to avoid those kind of mocks, try to enroll in those kind of mocks which are authentic, and those give you a good real type of questions which are genuine, not made to make you feel bad. So if your morale is good, morale is very much important in an exam setting, because if you are going in with a low morale, you will never do well. So always try to maintain a good morale, always try to maintain a high spirit, and equip yourself and be in an environment and be in a preparation format which gives you that. So I think I will take a last question. Anything new? इंग्लिश के लिए एक ही टिप है, आप प्लीज़ न्यूज़पेपर पढ़िए, आप अच्छी इंग्लिश सुनिए, सुनने से काफ़ी चीज़ें पता चलती है. Okay, very funny, Samadhita. And I'm sorry, Tanishk, I cannot help you with that. I'm sorry, Tanushri. I personally would never take a drop. I would rather get a 1 year of work experience and then again give CAT, because then you get brownie points for your work experience. So how did you structure? Okay, Sarvesh, this is the final question I will take. How do you structure and schedule preparation in different kind of assignments and material available in iQuanta? So I only took the ABC batch, in which there was a number of static questions and a number of dynamic questions. So in the dynamic questions, every day we used to get a number of questions in each of the 3 sections, VRC, LRDI and Quant. So my preparation used to be कि सुबह उठ के वो करने, and after that I used to go to college and everything, and then return आके I used to give some sectional mocks. I used to study from sources, or study from the static जो थे कि जिसमें section wise और topic wise questions दिए हुए हैं. I used to solve those. I used to solve the previous year के questions होते थे, कुछ जो tough वाले होते थे, जो कभी कभी easy वाले होते थे, timer लगा के I used to solve them. So that is why, yes Tanish, just 1 second. So वो लगा के I used to do it. So वही है, सेक्शनल मॉक्स मैंने काफ़ी दिए थे, फिर देन मैंने रियलाइज़ कि ये थोड़ा इजी जा रहा है सेक्शनल मॉक्स, देन आई स्टार्टेड गिविंग द फुल मॉक्स. सो इट्स अ कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस. वो कोई एक व्हेन यू आर अ डिफरेंट कैंडिडेट इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द प्रिपरेशन, एंड यू आर अ डिफरेंट कैंडिडेट ऑन द फाइनल डे, इज़ व्हाट आई वुड से. And always try to take inspiration from everything around the world. So anything and everything will give you the inspiration. Tanishk, the final question. I think Tanishk, a little bit more, your graduation marks is really good, but 10th might take 1 feet behind. Try to get a bit more percentile in CAT if you are giving next time. Otherwise, it's a decent profile. I would not say it's a bad profile, but I would not say it's a very good profile. It's a decent profile. So the final word of advice this might irk a few people, but the 2 people on the final D-Day I took inspiration from were Glenn Maxwell and Travis Head, because Glenn Maxwell in the match against Afghanistan showed that despite the adversities, despite the challenges, despite the unfavorable situation, you have to stand there and you have to give your best. You have to play and you have to work till you cross the border, till you cross the line. So until you do that, the end is not there. So one was that, and the second was Travis Head, who took the catch of Rohit Sharma, who then played in the second innings very well in the World Cup final. So that Australian mentality, that attacking mentality, ki from the first ball itself, from the first question itself, I will attack. I will go into it. I will not go in हाँ चलो देते हैं आराम से लिखेंगे, हाँ पहला क्वेश्चन क्या है पढ़ा, हाँ दूसरा क्वेश्चन क्या है पढ़ा. No, that will not be good for you, is what I am saying. You have to be aggressive. My tone right now might not suggest it, but while giving the cat, I was literally sitting like this in the pura ghuske. So that is something which you should do. That is something which should be the right approach, and that's what I will end my session with. So 996 is a good profile, decent profile. And bhaiya, please check my question. I'm at 77, but yeah, lens account, you might get a good enough percentile in 12th, get a good enough percentile in CAT, and you will be able to. Alright everyone, thank you, thanks a lot for joining. I hope I could answer maximum of your questions, and all the best for your future endeavors, and well, see you, bye bye.